Hi United fans, get ready because a major shockwave has just hit Old Trafford, and the entire football world is buzzing. Marcus Rashford to Barcelona. Yes, the academy graduate, the local hero, could soon be trading Manchester's grey skies for the sunshine of Catalonia, and things are accelerating quickly. Multiple top-tier sources including the always reliable Fabrizio Romano confirm we've officially reached the here we go stage. Barcelona have made their official approach. They've submitted a formal bid and convened a high-level meeting within the last 24 hours after pulling back from their pursuit of Luis Diaz due to the high cost. Now, their sights are locked on Marcus Rashford, and here's the kicker. There's already a verbal agreement in principle between all parties. That's right. Manchester United, Barcelona, Rashford, and his representatives are all aligned. Medical tests in Spain are being scheduled for early next week. With Rashford expected to fly to Barcelona within 24 to 48 hours, the deal reportedly includes an initial loan with a purchase option, and the finer details are being finalized as we speak. Once that's done, United are set to approve his travel. Things are moving fast, really fast. And perhaps the most dramatic twist, Barcelona are prepared to take on the entirety of Rashford's current wages, around £17 million per year. That's a huge financial break for Ruben Amorim, who's reshaping the squad in his own image. Take a step back for a second. How did we even get here? Just over a year ago, Rashford was Manchester United's leading goalscorer. Now, he's on the brink of leaving Old Trafford entirely. It's a staggering turn of events and raises serious questions. Are United giving up too soon on one of their own? Or is this simply the right moment for both sides to move on? There's no denying Rashford's form dipped during the 2024-25 campaign. His output declined, his body language drew scrutiny, and he never seemed to thrive under Erik ten Hag. With Ruben Amorim's intense, high-energy system taking shape, it seems Rashford may no longer be the right tactical fit. Or maybe, more bluntly, this is about freeing up wages and generating funds to bring in players who better suit the manager's vision. And speaking of that, rebuild it's already in full swing. With Rashford likely on his way out, the exits of Sancho, Antony, and possibly Garnacho are all reportedly on the table. The aim? To clear both budget and space in the dressing room to bring in a new centre-forward, and potentially a box-to-box midfielder. One of the standout names on United's attacking radar is Rashford Kolo Muani. The French striker ticks all the right boxes: fast, strong, intelligent without the ball, and technically sharp. Reports from France suggest that both Manchester United and Newcastle have initiated contact. The price won't be cheap, but he could very well be the focal point of Amorim's revamped front line. But the changes don't stop there. According to Romano, the Mbeumo deal is already done and dusted. All documents have been signed, the medical is complete, and he's penned a 5-year contract with an option for one more. It's a statement signing. And with Rashford's departure imminent, Mbeumo could find himself starting regularly on the left flank. Don't underestimate him. His creativity, decision-making in the final third, and goal sense are seriously undervalued. Still, big questions linger. With Rashford, Sancho, Antony, and maybe Garnacho all possibly leaving, is Mbeumo enough? Or will United go even further? Could Amorim look to add another wide option or a second striker to pair with Kolo Muani? Midfield reinforcements are also very much on the agenda. One intriguing name to watch is Carlos Baleba from Brighton. Not exactly a headline grabber, but real football followers know he's got raw talent, physicality, and that relentless box-to-box presence that could finally unlock Bruno Fernandes in a more advanced role. He's far from the finished product, but the energy and grit are there. It won't be an easy negotiation. Brighton are known to demand top dollar for their talents. United might have to offload another major name before getting this one over the line. But Baleba is certainly worth watching, and he's not the only midfielder being monitored. Wilfred Ndidi is also on the list. United have held talks and even discussed personal terms with the Leicester man. He's available and would bring a solid, defensive midfield foundation that Amorim could build around. But once again, with resources tight and priorities elsewhere, it might hinge on other outgoings. Whatever your thoughts, one thing is undeniable: this summer might be one of the most chaotic and consequential in recent United history. It's far from over. Expect late-night twists, emotional farewells, and some wild cards thrown in. The midfield revamp continues with another rejected target, Ederson from Atalanta. Amorim had reportedly earmarked the Brazilian as a central piece in his tactical rebuild, but Atalanta have slammed the door shut. No sale, no discussions, nothing. United must now pivot. Enter Douglas Luiz. The Juventus midfielder is now officially on United's radar, and interestingly, Everton are also keeping tabs. But don't let that fool you. United's interest is very real. Luiz, now 27 and entering his prime, offers the type of combative yet composed presence United have lacked since Michael Carrick's heyday. The question now is whether United can act quickly enough to beat the competition and wrap up a deal. And now for something that'll get every Red excited. Simons, the electric Dutch playmaker, has made it clear he wants to move to the Premier League, and United and Chelsea are watching closely. Could this be the moment United pounce? Imagine a midfield trio of Fernandes, Simons, and Mainu operating under Amorim's pressing system. Explosive, unpredictable, and filled with potential. But there's more. Amorim's former Sporting Lisbon general, Morten Hjulmand, is also back in the spotlight. United remain in the mix, and although his release clause stands at €80 million, insiders believe a deal could be done for around €50 million. Amorim is personally pushing for this move, which tells you everything. This isn't just a rebuild, it's about reuniting with key pieces that fit a proven tactical puzzle. And then there's Seek Kane, the academy talent everyone thought would be sent out on loan. Not anymore. After impressing in preseason training, he's now expected to remain part of the first team setup. Could he be the next Kobbie Mainoo? Don't rule it out. So Reds, let's talk strategy. Who should United prioritize? Douglas Luiz, the EXPERIENCED, Premier League ready anchor. Xavi Simons, the flair-filled prodigy with massive upside. Or Hjulmand, the tactically perfect midfielder who knows Amorim's system inside and out. And what about Seek Kane? Does he start the season in the senior squad, or should United still dip into the market for another defensive-minded engine? Here's what's clear: the midfield is the key to unlocking this new United identity. With Cunha and Mbeumo in place, all attention shifts to the middle of the pitch. The players United sign or fail to sign could be the deciding factor in whether this team becomes a real contender or remains a work in progress. It's all heating up and about to boil over. Stay locked in with Trafford Times, because this story is only just getting started. The next twist could come at any moment. Elsewhere, United are also monitoring Chelsea's dynamic forward, Nicholas Jackson. At 24 and with a long contract running until 2033, he's a serious investment for the future. Chelsea may be willing to sell if the right offer comes in. So, Reds, would you roll the dice on Jackson's raw potential and versatility? Or play it safer with someone like Ali Watkins or Dusan Vlahovic, who offer more Premier League-ready firepower? And let's not forget about goalkeepers. United have held preliminary discussions about signing Senna Lamens, the promising young Belgian shotstopper. He's considered one of Europe's top youth keepers and could be groomed as a long-term backup or even a successor to Onana or Alti Bayender if a move materializes in a surprising twist. United are now also evaluating Ivan Hovland, a ball-playing Norwegian centre-back from SK Brand. Not a household name, but scouts are raving about his poise and distribution. Could he be Amorim's next defensive project?